Hello, my name is Owen, and welcome to a very special video where I'll be reflecting upon 2 years on booktube. I can't believe it. It's been another year, just under another year. We still have about like a week left to the official 2-year anniversary, but you know what? I posted this video early last year. I'm posting it early again because I don't give a hoot about you guys. And that's what I learned the past year is that you're all morons and I'm a genius. That's not really what I learned, but we're going to talk about what I did learn in this past year and what do I think are like some of the challenges I've encountered, some of the joys, some of the victories, some of the defeats, but overall, we're just going to reflect on a great year because you know what? It was a great year. Let's start off with some fancy time numbers, shall we? Let's just say that we had a great year, like I said, and while I still acknowledge I'm a small fish. I'm a small fish in a pond of ginormous YouTubers who read millions of books a year, and I'm just like a normal guy who reads like a normal amount of books, I feel like. Let's just say I consider myself in a different tier. I feel like there's like booktubers who are like YouTubers, right? They're like real readers, like they're like reading as like their entire life. I feel like I classify myself as like, I'm like a YouTube commenter, like come to life, I feel like. I feel like if you took the average person out of the comment section of someone who's actually successful and good at what they do, and you put them in a lot of videos, he'd probably look a lot like me and probably read a lot of similar number of books as me. But you know what? I'm happy with what I do. I'm reading more than ever, and for me, that's all this is about, right? And I'll get into that a little bit more later, but let's look at some numbers, right? This time last year, I filmed this video last year at the end of February. I ended that month with 381 subscribers after a full year of posting videos, basically nonstop. I think I averaged probably like around 1 or 2 videos a week, probably closer to like 1.5 videos a week. But I have hundreds of videos on my channel now. I think hundreds, maybe 100, like in between 100 and 200. I don't know. I don't count anymore. But we ended February with 381 subscribers. And as of today, as of filming, we are at 1,409 subscribers. In the course of a year, we've gained over 1,000 subscribers, which is absolutely fantastic. We crossed that 1,000 milestone about, I think it was November of 2023. Absolutely incredible. And you know what? If we keep up at this pace, we're easily going to pass 2,000 this year. Not to jinx anything, okay? But I would say, like, starting a channel, you dream about 1,000 subscribers. The fact that we achieved that under 2 years is spectacular to me because, you know, a lot of channels come on, they come onto the scene, they post one video that's like, I bought a book from a bookstore, 15 billion views, they already have 40,000 subscribers, and I'm just sitting here like, God, why can't that be me, right? And there's a couple reasons why it can't be me. First of all, I'm not for everyone. Second of all, the algorithm doesn't give willy-nilly, right? It gives it to people who they think can make it big time. And you know what? Maybe the algorithm just thinks I stink. And quite frankly, you guys are proof that they are idiots, right? We're all smart, they are dumb. That's what I say. But really, the crux of the matter is I try to stay consistent, and I've been rewarded for that by consistent growth. I'm going to show you a chart. Why not? So I keep track of every single day of stats. I don't do it every single day, but I update it for every single day. If you see this chart here, that's the list of subscribers over time. Look at that slope. Mathematicians beware. We have some borderline exponential growth going on over here. So one day I could be gaining thousands of subscribers a year, and that would be absolutely fantastic. But I feel like now, especially compared to last year there was a few of you who would consistently come around and comment and say hello, and a lot of you are still around today, which is very impressive, and I'm indebted to you. I feel like now I can say that I have a community of some kinds. There's a bunch of you guys who I recognize now, and we started like doing like, I read some of your books and you like comment. We have like ongoing conversations and stuff like that, which is spectacular. Something that I could never ask for anything bigger. Would I like to be a billionaire? Come on, guys. Why aren't I a billionaire yet? What are you doing? But really, that's not what this is about at the end of the day. Because what is this about? This is about, and I think I said this last year, and if not, I'm saying it now. The reason I started this channel was a very simple reason, is that I love to read books, but I don't / didn't in the past as well have people to talk about it with. And I was thinking about this before making this video today, where before I started a YouTube channel talking about books, there was hundreds of books that I read and that I loved, that I would pick it up, I would read it, enjoy it, hate it, think it's neutral, finish it, close it, pick up the next book, and literally not say a single word out loud about that entire experience. Like, I wouldn't talk to like my friends or my family about these books, because it's like, sometimes they were just really niche, or it's just like, it just wasn't my style to be like, you know, one of my worst things that I'm, in real life, one of the things I'm worst at is when someone asks, what are you reading? Follow up, what is it about? I hate answering that question. I'm like, you don't want to know what this is about. First of all, because you don't actually care. You're just trying to be nice and start a conversation. Me telling you what it's about, I'm not like in like I can't just come up with a pitch for you. Like, I'm not the marketing for this book. I don't know. It's about like flying spaceships and they like blew up the moon. Oh, that's cool. No, it's not. It's stupid. Oh, don't talk to me anymore. That's basically how all those interactions go. So I would just read entire books and have a feeling about them, and maybe they changed my life. And then I would just put them down and just move on to the next one. And I feel like the issue with that was a lot of these books that I read pre-YouTube are lost to the abyss of my mind, right? There's just too much stuff in there. But ever since I started doing reviews and talking about them and having books that I bring up multiple times, that the ones that I really like, and I talked about them in like mid-year recaps or end of the year recaps, or just books that are the top 10 books that make me go woohoo type videos, the fact that I talk about them so frequently cements them in my brain, just saying them out loud, just talking to them. So I really think that even if no one saw these, my memory of what I liked and what impacted me would still be stronger. Just the fact that I'm talking about them and explaining my feelings out loud. Therapists work, guys. That's the whole point. You got to say it out loud and have some feedback from somebody. At very least, hear yourself speak and hear how stupid it sounds in real life, right? You guys are like my therapist. Kinda, not really, but you know what I mean? It's just about vocalizing it. And I think that it's not that I started reading better books once I started making videos, but it's just like I remember every high and low so much more vividly because of these reviews. And I have, as the time of recording this, 65 book reviews on this channel. If you watch my earliest one, By George, Is It Horrible? Please do not watch it. It's just me, like, you know, like, and I said this last year, I made fun of myself last year too, but you know what? You watch my videos from last year too, who's that doofus, right? But I just needed to talk about it, so I thought I'd be super formal about it, and eventually loosened up. But I think that was a great change that happened within the last year. Is I think I've started to find my voice as a creator. If not, not saying that's super unique or anything like that, but just the way I found the way I enjoy doing this the most, if that makes sense. And I feel like a lot of you have responded to that, that way is videos where I could kind of like let loose, you know what I mean? I feel like I've let my personality shine more through the most recent videos, especially as I moved into this new apartment. Kind of got a looser feel, right? And I'm not chasing, despite what you may think with the books I'm reading, right? I'm not chasing the big win. I'm not chasing like the overnight blow up by reading books like Fourth Wing or stuff like that. Because I'm sure some people are cynical about that kind of stuff. But really, it's just talking about it as if I was talking to somebody that was my friend, and not trying to be smarter than I am, not trying to be like funnier than I am, just trying to give it to you straight, and not forcing videos is the other big thing, right? Because I think the biggest challenge of being a booktuber, and I feel like a lot of creators would agree with this, is coming up with the next idea, right? Because the majority of my videos are book reviews, right? But I'm not finishing a book every day, and I'm not always finishing a book every week, or sometimes even every 2 weeks, right? So if I'm not giving a review, which also every booktuber and their mother says this, book reviews don't get a lot of views. It's because they're a little bit more niche, right? So you're constantly looking for like the engagement video, right? The video where people click on, it's like they don't want to see a random review of a niche book they've never heard of. There's always a pressure to put out a video that you think people will click on, right? And I feel like, especially maybe like around this time last year and maybe like the summer of last year, I was like constantly like sitting at a table and like writing down like what would be good ideas, what would people want to click, and that makes it more of a job. It makes it a little bit more draining. It makes it less fun too, even if those videos perform a little bit better. So really I've just changed that, and I started doing like weekly updates for a little bit just because I wanted to make videos, but I didn't want to think about what I was having to say. But eventually I just ran out of things to say, and it was just me staring at the camera being like, oh, it's a week and it's blah, 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 blah. So now like if I make those kind of more like variety videos, it's because like I thought, I'm like, oh, this would be a fun story to tell or something like that. And then I kind of turned that into a video rather than having a video idea and thinking something to say. It probably makes me less successful, but I think it's more fun, and I think I have a better rhythm, and it also makes me less consistent too, so I apologize for that. But if you're looking for consistency, looking for high quality videos, you guys could look elsewhere. There's plenty of other creators, and I'm sure you guys watch them as well, but I just try to be real with you. I try to be the guy who, you know what, says what the everyday person is thinking about these kind of books. And you know what, sometimes these creators, they say things that are quite sensationalized. I try not to be sensational, guys. Although I am sensational, aren't I? Aren't I a little bit sensational? I just try to keep it real with you, is basically what I'm saying. But over 1,000 subscribers in the last year. And also, let me just say one more thing. I passed 1,000 subscribers months ago. That doesn't even mean I make money yet. What? I need 4,000 watch hours to be monetized in a calendar year, 365 days. Not a calendar year, just 365 days. It's a rolling year, I guess. I've not reached that goal, despite me having, I think, like less than a little over 60,000, 70,000 views on the channel or something like that. I'm not monetized. I'm not profiting off your guys' views. So if you see an ad, say, screw you, ad. Or don't. I don't know. Eventually I will start making money. Then I'll be saying, guys, please watch the full ad for my engagement purposes. And also, thank you to today's sponsor, Shave Me, shaveme.com, where I get shaved for free. You know what I mean? I'm just in it for the fun, right? I'm in it for the community, and I am grateful that that was built over the past year because I genuinely feel like it's something engaging now. It's like there's a back and forth. It's not just me like, oh, Owen's trying to be a YouTuber. It's like I'm doing it currently. It's being done, and people are responding to it in a positive way. And honestly, if it stayed this size forever, I'd be completely okay with that. But be sure to like and subscribe if you like the video and you want to see more like in the future. And as always, thank you for sticking around for another year. This time next year, though, I'm going to be a billionaire. And I'll be selling you NFTs, and it'll be in crypto and every other outdated trend. I'll probably be fully AI by that point. I mean, why aren't I doing that? I should just make AI me. Wouldn't that guy be a hoot? Thanks for sticking around.